Shalom, Israel, Shalom. It's the brother Quatazi Hawa back at it with another lesson. This is going to be quick, fast, straight to the point. It's an article that just popped up. So the spirit was on me to hit the button, record, and I'm going to probably bring out like one scripture. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha HaKodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom to the families out there watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right, so this article just popped up on my notifications, and it read, United States tell Iran it is ready to meet and negotiate a deal. So in the news for the past several weeks, there's been a lot of tension between the United States and Iran. Trump moving warships and fighter jets closer to Iran. Iran, mounting up, gearing up for possible war and conflict, right? So let's read just a little bit of this. The Trump administration has told Iran through multiple channels that it's open to meeting to negotiate a deal, a senior U.S. official says. Why it matters. The diplomatic push comes as Trump has ordered a massive military buildup in the Gulf, raising the stakes of whether talks can avert a strike on Iran and a wider regional war. Driving the news, Turkey, Egypt, and Qatar are working to organize a meeting between White House envoy Steve Witkoff and senior Iranian officials later this week. All right, it's moving. We're doing our best. The three countries that work with Trump administration, blah, 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 behind the scenes. And I see the possibility of another talk if the U.S. negotiations team follows what President Trump said, what they saying. I hope they negotiate something that is acceptable. They can negotiate a deal that will be satisfactory, no nuclear weapons, etc. They should do that. I don't know that they will. And which we know, if you in the spirit, if you got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the spirit put upon you, then you know, there ain't no nuclear weapons, right? We know nuclear weapons are going to be used, and whatever treaty they talking about is some bullshit. All right. So yeah, like I said, man, I just wanted to bring that out real quick, and I'm about to bring the scripture out real quick that immediately came to mind when I seen that headline. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse 3 is the point, but I'm going to start at 1. But at the times of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, right? So if you in this truth, if you a man of Yahweh Shem Shai, then you know Yahweh Shai is on his way. You know his second coming is near, based on all these different signs that we see in the world, based on prophecy coming to pass. You know these things. Yahweh Shai ain't going to creep up on you like a thief in the night, if you will, because you prepare for his return. Verse 3, here go the point. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So when these folks is talking about peace and safety and all this old bullshit, right, then comes sudden destruction, right? There ain't been talks of nuclear war and mounting up all these different attacks. Iran, Ukraine, Russia, China, Turkey, United States, all these different places. I just named several countries, but many other countries as well, mounting their military forces up for invasion. They preparing in the event that they are invaded, or they preparing to do the invading. So either which way, they talking about peace and safety. Then we know sudden destruction is right there around the corner. All right, because as we know, Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. World War III is right around the corner. Let's grab that real quick. Revelation 11, chapter. Those should have been highlighted. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly. Right? The second woe being the Second World War. The third woe come quickly. That's the third World War. All right? We know that that's on the way. All right? They saying peace and safety, man, when we know Jacob's trouble is on the way. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You know? So there ain't no goddamn peace and safety. You know, that's a bunch of bullshit to, to blind the masses, the people that's slumbering, that sleep, you know. What's that? Romans chapter 11 and verse 5. Even so, at this present time, also there's a remnant according to the election of grace, the 1/3 of Israelites that have the Spirit on them, that have the understanding, that know what's going on. All right, let's jump down. What verse 7? What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay. According as it is written, the Most High giveth them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. All right. So we know through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there is no peace and safety. There will be no peace and safety, and there will be nuclear destruction. So they're talking about, if we can not use nuclear weapons, etc., this and that. Yeah, no, it's none of that, man. All right, we right here at the end, man. Jacob's trouble is knocking at the door. World War III knocking at the door. All these civil war, race wars, all this shit. Ain't no peace and safety, man. All right, but this is a good thing. If you in the spirit, if you're a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then you happy. You can rejoice at this, because Micah 2 and 10, this is not our rest. Arise ye and depart. This shit ain't our rest. So we're not looking to prolong a stay here in captivity. We're not looking for a prolonged stay here. We trying to get out of here as fast as possible. And if it be of the Lord's will or the Father's will, Abaratazah, if it's of his will, 2026, this be the year we could get up out of here. If not, then 2027. But either which way, if we don't got 10 years left, there ain't 5 years left. Look around you. All right, there ain't that much time left. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this, Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Yeah, man. Salvation nearer than when we believe. And with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Shalom.